Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome all. We're just going to wait just a couple of minutes before we get things going. You won't be able to unmute for this one, but you can turn your cameras off if you like. No need to keep them on. But if you have questions, please feel free to type those into the chat so we can answer them and kind of get to them as we go through the presentation today. So we got about 40 people that are in the room, and we're waiting on another 30. So, like I said, just give you a couple more minutes. All right, we're getting some more people in. So we are going to be um, so signing up. You're gonna have to once at the very end of this meeting, I'll put in the chat a Google form that you just fill out, and that's how you're going to get credit for this training event. So you're just going to fill out your name, your unit number, things like that. So as like I said, at the very end of this, I'm going to send that out so everyone can click it and then put all their information in it, so you'll be able to get credit for that. No, no worries. That's okay. No problem at all. Hope she's doing okay. Let me get that Google link for everybody. Looks like we're still waiting on just a couple more people, then we'll get started in just a few minutes. All right. For those of you who have joined us, make sure that at some point in time too, you do join the Facebook group. We got a lot of good stuff that's there. If you have not find that GTBAC Facebook group, please go ahead and sign in for that. Pick or sign up to be on that because you don't want to miss out. They got a lot of good stuff there. Shifts will open up. People will drop things. It's gonna be a great place to find some good stuff there. Facebook link? Yeah, I can try and get it. If someone in the chat has that there too, feel free to pull that as well before probably get it faster than I do. Yes. Oh, see, I told you. Told you somebody already had it before I before I can even pull it up. I'm not even there yet. But yeah, that is correct. That is the Facebook group. You guys want to take a look at that. Make sure everyone's signed up for it. A lot of great stuff that will be posted on there as well. All right, I think we got a good group of people here. If more people show up, I'll go ahead and let them in. But thank you all so much for showing up today. This is our first training of the year for the 2025 popcorn selling year for Greater Tampa Bay Area Council. So thank you all so much for being here this evening, and I hope you guys get some really good information. And I hope we can get through this semi quickly so we can get you on to your evening. But we got a lot of really good stuff to go over, so let's jump into it. Share this here. So, if you don't know my name is Kyle Moldine. I am the West Team Field Director for the Greater Tampa Bay Area Council, and the popcorn person now for So this is 3 years here, and then I did another 2 years earlier with Greater Tampa area. So I would say probably about 5 years. I've been doing the popcorn thing. So I've been with the council now for 7 years, in the profession for 10. So I know a little bit about the popcorn program. But I'm excited for this year. We got a great goal. I know some of you had some great goals as well. With me here tonight, we have Kristen Knowles, the district colonel for with Lakuchi, and then we also have Gina Nunez, the Miccosukee district colonel as well, and we'll be going over some of the stuff. But let's jump into it, like I said, and hopefully you guys can learn some stuff and have a great year. All right. So as we go for our overview for 2024, the council sold about 1.2 million dollars. Just got up to there. So that equates to about 78% of the storefronts, 12% wagon, and 10% online. And the number of scouts that sold is about 2,988 of our scouts sold popcorn last year. So that's absolutely fantastic. So thank you all for that. Our average scout sold about $754, which is up from the 2023 657. The average per hour is 184, again, up from 2023 at 165. And I want you also to realize too that all of this is pretty amazing considering that we had, hurricanes last year as well. So, knock on wood, that none of that happens again for our area. But everyone did a fantastic job despite the tragedy that happened last year. So your average unit commissions were about 36 percent, with heroes and helpers at $57,023. So congratulations to everybody. Fantastic year this past year. So we're looking for a great year for this year coming up. But a couple of shout outs, of course. We have our top sellers. We have Grayson from Pack 313 coming in with $32,040. Congratulations. Christian over at Tamaqua at 20,856. And then Mario, Pack 313 over in Miccosukee at $15,000. Our top three sellers there. Then you see the rest of them there as well. But our number one selling pack, I got to congratulate them as well. Pack 313 sold exactly $313,000 worth of popcorn last year. Fantastic job, absolutely blowing it out of the water. It's really excited for them for this year as well. But they're looking to even beat that this year. Not only were they number one in the country, we can even say number one in the world for popcorn selling, but they are also the number one of all time. So they're striving to make sure they secure that forever. So here's to them, and here's to the rest of y'all for securing what you guys did for last year as well. So our district colonels for this year, of course, Fort Brooke, Jordan, Lake Region. It's going to be the senior DE of Victoria at the moment. Miccosukee has Gina. Skyway has Drew. Suncoast has Roger and Janine. Tamaqua has Melissa. With Lakuchi has Krista, and Thunderbird has Angel. So we got some pretty good folks coming on board to help y'all. If you need their emails, information like that on our district page, if you just kind of scroll down on the right, you're going to have all of that information. You can just click their name and send them an email directly if you have questions. So an ideal year of scouting for fundraising. So you have you plan your program. So you list your activities and adventures, hold your brainstorming sessions with families, add new trips and campouts for exciting, right? So then you have your budget. You use your Trails End budget to assign costs and expenses, add in camp registration fees, advancements, unit dues, all that kind of stuff. You have your calendar process. So providing a monthly calendar of activities, families are aware of the fun. Now, to do a lot of this stuff, obviously you got to set your goals, right? If you want to have that budget, you have to set your goals. So you set your goals with your total program cost divided by unit commissions, and that'll equal your unit sales goal. Because this year, every unit has to have a sales goal, even to sign up for shifts. So as you sign onto the Trails End app, it's going to say, "Hey, what's your sales goal for this year?" And then once you put that in, you'll be able to start finding those shifts as well. So you divide the unit goal by the number of scouts to get to scout goals. So of course, and then you go to raising the money, right? So you commit to achieving the unit's goal with a fundraiser, less time fundraising, more time scouting, right? So you have those goals, you set those goals, you're able to hit them, you get all that really fun stuff. The kids get their Trails End rewards. The unit gets a little to help out with activities or maybe registration, and you get a really good year as well. So why are some of the reasons we actually sell popcorn? uh, fun scouting adventures, right? That's literally why you want to do it. So you got your campouts, your blue and gold celebrations, piewood derbies, your high adventure stuff. There's folks that I know from around the country who their sole purpose for selling popcorn, some of these troops, they go to like Alaska or something like that, and the entire thing is paid just by through popcorn. Equipment needs, advancements, annual dues. That's another thing that happens. A lot of units will do. They'll go ahead and sell the popcorn, and then they don't have any annual dues for the scouts. They'll just pay it right out from the troop. So by doing this, though, the scouts do get to learn a lot from this. It's not just selling and money transactions. They're learning this at the same time. So they get the value of hard work. They really learn how to earn their own way. Public speaking, because I mean, it's interesting to see when you see one of the younger kids go up to someone and they're really shy and kind of timid and saying, "All right, well, would you buy popcorn?" To when they're in Scouts BSA and they're a little older and they walk right up and they say, "Hey, I'm part of so and so at this unit. We have this great opportunity. I want to go to camp. Would you mind helping us?" And it's really interesting to see that evolve. So that public speaking aspect, salesmanship and people skills, like I said, setting and achieving goals, and then money management. And of course, at the end of the day, the scout's going to earn those rewards, which is fantastic as well. So those best practices, what we talked about, setting those goals, planning your unit's ideal year of scouting, checking out the goal setting tool. And then, of course, your unit, like I told you before, the unit is going to be required to set that goal in order to get those storefronts. So now, if I could, Gina, if you would unmute, Gina's gonna go ahead and talk about the ways to sell and the technology.
Okay. So we obviously have storefronts. You would set up tables at high foot traffic locations. We have several locations. We'll go about that. Scouts sell to customers coming in and out of stores. Best practice, one scout and one parent per shift. They can also sell online. They can sell virtually to family, friends, sharing their online fundraising page and social media, email, text, and that's all can be done through the app. The product ships directly to the customer, so they don't have to stress about that, and it's the safest way to sell. And then we also have the option, which my son loves, which is selling door to door. Best practice again, bring the product with you. It's easier when you have it on hand, and Scouts can record the undelivered product right in the app, so they know that they can retrieve it either from the stock in their troop, or they can go ahead and order it. And the next slide, Kyle. And then they do have the Trails Ag technology is a unit portal, so leaders can manage their entire sale in completely one place. They can invite scouts to register, manage scout rosters. They can do all of that right in the app. It's easily set the unit and scout goals. They have it individually. They can have it on their phones or on their computers. They can order popcorn right through the app, real-time reporting sales and inventory, unit to unit transfers, so no council assistant is needed. It's super easy, and it takes seconds. It's very, very user friendly. And then the schedule and manage storefront sites and shifts. You can do all of that right on the app. Next slide. And then 2025 storefronts, there's 670,000 hours right now at 7,000 plus locations that will be available to all units. Every hour will have an average, have $300 potential based on foot traffic and trained scouts. So 860,000 total booked hours is all completely on the app. 670,000 are available for all the units. 190,000 hours have been pre-assigned to our VIP units who have sold exponentially so. And then all units reserved earlier this year on the second day. And then if you look, those are important dates. So just make sure you screenshot that and remember those dates and times. Go ahead. And then storefront efficiency, the updated reservation times is 8 p.m. The goal required to reserve storefronts, guidance on storefront hour needed to reach goals, auto release dates on Thursday. This is a very, very, very important that you know that if there is no scouts on those shifts, so if you don't remind scouts to hurry up and sign up, they will not be able to do it last minute. Thursday at 8 p.m., it will be dropped and open up to anybody to grab those shifts. So make sure you remember that time frame to have your leaders double check on scouts who talked about signing up on Monday's meeting, to just make sure that they do it and it is set and locked in before Thursday. Otherwise, it will be released and open to other scouts. And then Friday through Sunday reservations, 38% of weekend hours were claimed in 2024 and not used by scouts. So this is to prevent that from happening again this year. However, that is something to be mindful of this year. And then,
Sorry, I do want to point out something back on this.
yes,
One of the cool things that they are working at for next year as well. Next year, not this year. Because that currently it would be the entire shift that you have to give up. They did hear and listen to us on that. So next year they are working at you'll be able to give away certain portions of the shift rather than the entirety of it. It's what they said. So I'm hoping that comes into fruition next year. So instead you'll be able to give out certain hours rather than the entire shift would be really great.
and then Kyle, there was a chat question that was actually really good in reference to that if some of the shifts are taken by the unit and there's others that are left empty, they will not go ahead and have it dropped on Thursday, correct?
No, so it should not be.
Okay. Let's see. And then there's the Trails End Technology Scouting app. There's obviously the point system. It saves times and it's easy to use. And it's in the Google Play and the App Store. Tracks real-time scout sales and the inventory. It manages storefront shifts, accepts credit cards and cash. All credit cards fees are being paid by TE. And they do have the new feature of the tap to pay directly through your phone. So you don't need any plugins or anything else that will hinder the sales. And then the Trails End dashboard, the single screen for all key actions. It makes the sale goal and rewards, cash to credit, storefront, sales data, orders, the online sales and training. It's all right there in the dashboard, which is super easily accessible. Then we have Trails End online sales. This is the primary action for scouts, past customers, text, email, social. Scouts are guided to personalize their page with new empty states to help them get started, and they can go ahead and complete the whole US map. A lot of kids have put through those challenges, and they've done other challenges to really promote their fundraising on social media and using that platform. There's in-app guides, there's successful fundraising starts with a goal and my fundraiser checklist, and there's let's dream big, and it gives them different content that they can use to utilize to up their sales. And then Trails End Online, it redesigned the Scouts page. It emphasized the Scout and their story. It allows consumers to share the Scouts pages with their network. And this is something that they can do, even sharing when they're going door to door as well. And then credit cards, tell your customers we prefer credit and debit. Trails End pays the credit card fees. Scouts receive higher reward points. Scouts and leaders handle less cash. TE apps work with the Square readers and card information. It can be entered manually, or they can do the tap to pay. They're also offering Apple Pay and Google Pay and a multitude of other options this year as well. When choosing a Bluetooth reader, you can also accept the Apple Pay and Google Pay that way. Parents can pay their cash for wagon sales right now in the Pay Now. They are still going to have a limited time frame. Is that correct, Kyle? Like last time, you had to do it within a certain period of time. So just make sure you tell the parents if they want to choose that option to do it immediately, because there is a time feature on that. And then there's a tap to pay demo. However, the volume is a little awkward, but you can visually see it.
validated that payment. And
It's that simple.
everything approved.
And I know that everybody pretty much knows how to do Apple Pay at this point, so it's super user friendly.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gina.
Thank you.
So you can see we got some really good stuff with technology this year, and then next year we got some great stuff as well. Like I said, I know every time I go to that seminar, they have some other stuff that they're coming out with that just makes our lives easier on the back end. So I know next year it's going to be a little easier too. Maybe not. Maybe initially it might take a little get used to some of the stuff, but you know, once it starts rolling out and gets smoother, it's going to be really helpful for everybody. So, how about a successful sale? So successfully, the unit leader prep. Obviously, you had your trainings. This is one of the trainings that we're doing now. You're going to plan your program year, key adventures, determine your budget and goal via the unit leader planner, which we'll get to, which I talked about before. Secure storefronts, which are open for the taking as they can be. And at the same time, on those kernel journals, if you take a look when I send those out in the emails, you should be able to see additional storefronts that I put there as well. So I put the usually a couple of storefronts out there that may not be picked up. Sometimes you may not be in the district. It might be just a little bit outside of the district as well that you'd be able to pick up. Obtaining any supplies needed. So maybe your square readers, your storefront supplies, any unit incentives that you guys may have for them as well. And then preparing for your unit kickoff because every unit should do some type of unit kickoff to kind of really celebrate the theme of popcorn, the sale of the popcorn, and kind of your goal for popcorn as well. It should be a celebration on all accounts. So prepping your scouts and families, of course, they want to take some type of training as well, right? They want to make sure that they either go onto the Trails End site. Or maybe they can review this and watch this video as well, and they can get some of the training here for your families. And because it's, you know, anyone can watch this and it might help them out. So setting up their accounts in the app as well, motivating with incentives and how you will use the funds. So if you have some really cool stuff that are going to be coming up, then yeah, absolutely. You want to tell them, hey, look, we got this really cool fishing trip that's coming up, right? So we want to make sure that we raise this amount of money so we can get there. And then, of course, communicate key dates and progress as well. So everyone knows some of the key dates that are going to be happening as far as distribution, the popcorn swap, all that kind of fun stuff as well. We know that's going to be coming up, so make sure you communicate that as well because a lot of people will have those storefronts literally the day of. So I see you guys will show up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. We start at 7 o'clock, and you're like, I got to be first because I got to get my stuff there so I can go to a storefront, which is totally okay. Just make sure you communicate that to your units as well, or to your families as well, because they want to make sure that they're at those places on the right time. Resources and planning, some of the stuff I was talking about. There's that Facebook page, that wonderfully chat GPT background. I added the font myself, so I'm proud of that. We'll be having the kernel journal updated as well. So make sure that you guys have that. You get those emails. We'll be starting to send those out after probably the first week of sales. I know I pushed this over a little bit, but you got your guidebooks, of course. So we'll show the guidebooks in a minute. Unit planning, budget templates, the how-tos, ordering popcorn, book storefronts, resources like one we're doing today, rewards and commissions, important dates, contact information, and much more. A lot of that stuff is going to be on the Greater Tampa Bay Area Council website /popcorn. And if you can always ask questions on either our popcorn page or you can actually go to the Trails End Facebook page as well. And a lot of families will be able to answer your questions even sooner than I can, because they'll know things and answers a lot better than me, because some of them have been doing it double the amount of time I have. So make sure you sign up for the Facebook page for Trails End as well and get that information. So if you haven't guessed it already, if you haven't seen all the pictures and you don't know what it's about, you don't know what I'm wearing here. Our theme for this year, of course, is Wizarding World. So we have the Harry Potter stuff, or whatever point in the timeline for Wizarding World you want to do. It's totally up to you. But we got some really great stuff that's here. We have, of course, our Leader's Guide, and then our Wizard's Guide for the youth as well. All of that stuff is on the Trails End site. But we got some really cool prizes and stuff as well. Unit kickoff. So you're gonna kick off. Everything's come around. You got all your supplies. Someone was asking about banners. The banners should be here soon. We already ordered them months ago, so it's on Trails End once they send them. So we should have those, like I said, soon. But I'll make sure you guys get them as soon as I get them. As soon as I get it, I'll get it to your district executives, and they'll get it out to you at your roundtables. If not, if anything, we'll make sure we have them at the popcorn distribution so we can make sure you grab them there. We do have a couple of the banners from last year, so if you need some still, we have at least some of those that we can get you. But you want to make it fun. You want to have all that kind of stuff ready for that, right? Set your goals, review your program calendar and unit sales goal. Help scouts set their individual goals as well, because this is going to be really important for these scouts, man. They need to understand, that we talked about before. These goals are important to the scouts. It teaches them how to manage their money. It teaches them, something to look forward to and strive to get to as well. So getting started with the Trails End app, scouts who sold before will use the same account. New scouts will set up the account. Each scout needs their own account. Talk about the prizes. So one of the biggest things that kids love are the prizes, right? So you get all the really cool Trails End stuff that they can get. They get the Amazon gift cards. So maybe say, hey, look, you want to set a goal for, let's say, a new Xbox, right? Okay, cool. They have them on Amazon. Well, how much is that? Okay, well, you need this many points to get the Amazon gift card so you can get to where you need to go. So council incentives, unit incentives as well. We got some of the stuff that Crystal will be talking about in just a little bit. Then, of course, the training. A role play to train the kids on how to sell. It's okay to go to a meeting and say, you know what? All right, I'm walking up as an adult. Sell me, give me your best pitch. If anyone asks me at a meeting, if there's a kid that walks up to me and says, hey, I'd like, I want you to buy popcorn, or I want you to buy popcorn from a kid. I say, all right, give me your pitch. I want to hear it, because it's important. It's important character building as well. So you gotta get them out there and do that. So direct the scouts, families to the training resources in the app, and of course to review key dates with everyone. So our 2025 training and live support, right? So of course we have our online training. There it is. New and existing unit colonels are encouraged to view this recorded training. So after watching this, I encourage you to watch it again. You may have missed something. I'm going to try to answer the questions once we get to it. But it's definitely an opportunity. August 13th, you want to know how Carly sells $313,000 worth of product? Well, August 13th, we're going to have a masterclass with Pack 313 as well. So we'll be doing it online. Just working out a couple of details with that. So stay tuned, and I'll be posting something on the Facebook page, and then we'll send out an email as well on it. Other trainings, of course, you have Trails End's YouTube channel, the Facebook page where they talked about our webpage and our Facebook page. So a scout pitch. You gotta train them in this. So I would say get in front of them, have them go up in front of everyone else, and just give their best pitch. Make a fun game out of it, or make it a competition, right? Hello, my name is Kyle. I'm earning my way to the summer camp with a $20 donation. You can pick up any bag on the table and help me earn my archery, canoeing, and first aid merit badge. Something along those lines. But you never ask customers to buy popcorn. You're not selling the popcorn, are you? No, we're not selling popcorn. You are selling the scouting program. You are supporting the scout to go to so-and-so through the way through scouting. We're not selling popcorn. We're selling scouting so they can get the bag of popcorn as a gift. But that's okay. So, they're going to get no's. That's just life, right? We're going to get no's. So even if they say, hey, no, thank you, that's okay. Have a nice day. Hope to see you again. Something along those lines. Just be that polite, that friendly. Scout is friendly, right? So that's one of the things we want them to do. Oh, there it is. You remember, you are not selling popcorn. Anyone can go in the grocery store and buy a bag of popcorn. I cannot stress it enough. You're not selling the popcorn. Change your mindset. With a $20 donation, you will help me attend. Insert adventure like Jamboree, specific summer camp, anything like that. So that's really that mindset. With a $20 donation, you'll be helping me attend blank. So that's what you want to say. You don't want to say, I don't want to buy popcorn. You're not buying popcorn. But there it is again. Never ask customers to buy popcorn. I can't say it enough. So we're going to have $20 on most of all our items. Only one product is $25 this year. Everything else is $20. Just come out, boom, there you go. One price simplifies the fundraiser. Inventory management, mistakes with selling with the wrong bag, Trails End tested this mix last year, $11 an hour increase, 8% more yeses, and the scouts understand it's not about a product, it's about me and my unit. So again, what we're not going to do, tell them we're but to buy a bag of popcorn. Not going to do that. All right, now we're to Heroes and Helpers. Heroes and Helpers, any donation should be turned into Heroes and Helpers program, right? So if you're getting those just random dollars, hey, I don't have uh, 20 bucks on me. Here's $5. So what are you gonna do? You got to turn it into that, go into the app and turn the cash into credits because you want to make sure that the scouts get those additional points for the year. So $1 credit card donation equals 1.75 of the points. Dollar cash donation is 1.5 points. So make sure that you are turning in those donations because Heroes and Helpers is going to be very important this year. And you'll start seeing that trend with a couple of different things coming up in a minute. But next, we have Krista to talk about our 2025 rewards, prizes, and more. Krista?
Hi guys. I'm Krista Knowles. I'm out of Withlacoochee District. I'm with Pack 462 and Troop 462, boy and girl. We're going to talk about rewards, prizes, and more. So let's dive in a little bit. Here's our commission levels that all the units are eligible for. Total commission for wagon and storefronts is up to 40% based on what you earn to the right of the screen. And total online sales total online commissions is 30%. Cash over prizes means that a unit has an option to opt out of Trails End Amazon gift card program for that extra 3%. The first step is being here tonight. You get an additional 2% commission just for attending. So thanks for attending, guys. Our council has one of the highest commission levels in our country. We are very blessed, and we're excited that the units and scouts can get so much back for all the work that they put in and all towards all of their new scouting adventures.
So one of the things that we unfortunately don't do anymore is the cash over credit thing. So unfortunately, we don't do the extra additional commission. We did have to end up dropping that one. But for the Heroes and Helpers, though, if you do look,
That's what replaced it.
Yes, that's what replaced it is the Heroes and Helpers. So it must equal to 15% of the units total for 2025 in order to qualify for that commission this year. So, who's drawing on the thing? Uh-oh. All right, let's go to the next one.
All right, so this is our Trails End app for the Scout Awards. Scouts can claim their awards from the app. They do the $15 gift cards. Scouts can split their rewards across multiple gift cards. So if they're like, ooh, I really want this Walmart one, and I also want this REI one, they're able to do that. No approving, receiving, distributing, or replacing of prizes, which is nice. Uncapped levels to incentivize top sellers. Heroes and Helpers bonus points, you get an additional half a point. So here are the prizes from Greater Tampa Bay Area Council. Scouts are still eligible for these prizes. Oh, hold on. Sorry. My screen went blank. I apologize.
Cool. Oh no.
Bear with me 1 second.
No worries.
All right, there we go. These are the awards that they have. You have different levels based on the amount of points that you earn. June 30th at 8 p.m. is the bonus rewards through November 30th. So anybody that's been selling now until November 30th is earning bonus points. Just keep an eye on those little shout outs on our website and the app. Sellers 500 or more per hour per scout earn an additional bonus point. And then if they sell $300 to $499 per hour per scout, they earn an additional half point.
All right.
Are you able to go to the next one, Kyle?
There you go. Did it change?
Oh, sorry.
There you
So our first year club, like this is the patch that can be earned. Our first year club sells $100. They get the patch automatically. Our second year club is for sellers that sell $1,000. They receive a $15 Fandango gift card, which is super cool. Maybe they can go see that Harry Potter movie. Um, and then third year club, they sell $2,000 and they'll get 2 tickets to attend the top sellers party, which is super awesome. So please strive for that. And our fourth year club, they sell $3,000. They'll get a $150 Visa gift card. And then the fifth year club, if they sell over $6,000, they'll get 1 gift card equaling.
150. Two tickets
Sorry,
for 150.
something popped up across my screen. Yes, so they'll get 2 one-day tickets to Universal Studios, which is super cool. They just opened the new Epic universe, so you'll get to experience a little bit of the Harry Potter world.
Oh, so that what does the year club mean? So it's technically first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. That's the Harry Potter term, and we just took the club thing from last year and just that's really what it is. It's nothing more than that. Yeah, there you go. You got it. But yeah, so the only error on this page here is the 119 per ticket. Technically, that's what it said. It was 119 on a slow season, but the gift cards are going to be $150 each. So you'll be able to get $100, $200, $150 gift cards for Universal Studios as well. Just to talk a little bit about that top sellers party, what we have in mind. It's going to be, as Krista said, it's going to be pretty interesting. We have a lot of moving parts for it, but we'd like to do a Tri-Wizard tournament at one of the camps. So all of those top sellers are going to be able to go to the Tri-Wizard tournament, and they're going to be a bunch of really fun activities they'll be able to do to potentially compete for some cool prizes. But that's kind of the idea of the top sellers party as well.
All right, so now we have our heroes and helpers. So this program is not new, but this is something that we're excited to really implement this year. As a special recognition, we have a patch for both the scouts and leaders. This patch will glow in the dark, which is a cool fun fact that I learned. For those of you that don't know, Helpers and Heroes program are donations given from the customers that are tracked in the Trails End app, where a scout receives credit as if it was a sale. So no popcorn is given to the customer, but at the end of the sales season, the council counts up the donation amounts and takes it to local agencies, hospitals, National Guards, and other places as a thank you for their hard work. Many customers might not have money to buy popcorn at a storefront, but they might be able to donate $1, and so that's always appreciated. That donation can be added to the Trails End app under Heroes and Helpers, and when a scout accumulates $75 or more, they will receive this special edition Heroes and Helpers patch. And leaders are eligible for it as well when a youth tracks $225 or when 3 youth track $75 each, the leader will be able to receive that. And we're also working with Publix and Winn-Dixie to find out what their charity of choices are, because they are one of our stronger storefront supporters.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Krista. Fantastic.
You're welcome.
So we got some really cool prizes and stuff along the way. If you haven't noticed, a lot of the stuff's kind of given the youth kind of an option of what to do, right? So I know we took those Busch Gardens tickets that were like last year, and we just turned those into gift cards because, like those, like the Amazon gift cards, it's really nice that the scouts will get to be able to kind of choose what they want to do with it. So if they want to take a theme park, great. If they want to go buy Mountain Dew and Takis, well, they can get $150 of Mountain Dew and Takis. That's totally fine too. But whatever they want, that's kind of what that's the idea behind it. And then, as Krista said, you got Epic Universe that's opened up. If you haven't gone, well, sell the popcorn and you get to go, because I'll tell you what, it is pretty fantastic. So our council specific sales products. So here is our products for this year. We do have a change already out the gate. So 2025, we do have a change. As you can see, if you've seen the leaders guides already, we already have something missing. So we have, starting off with our popping corn, a salted caramel, white cheddar, which is the largest seller out of mall. We have our sweet and salty microwave butter. Then only thing we don't have, the only thing we don't have right now is which they had some production issues with, is the already popped microwavable butter. That's unfortunate. That was going to be the new product this year, but something happened and they had to scrap the entire product. So unfortunately, it's just not going to be this year. They're looking at something for next year. I tried to see if we can get something an alternative like peanuts or anything like that, but unfortunately, just not viable for us. So unfortunately, yeah, we got these products a little bit less of an option, but as you can see, they're almost all $20, which is fantastic, except for that microwave butter. So I definitely foresee that white cheddar, maybe the kettle corn or salted caramel really being a hit this year as well. So our orders and distributions. So on the leader's guide, I know there is an error with, I believe it's a date or something like that, but it's the day that's wrong, but not the date itself. So our initial order, you got to be in at Saturday, August 9th. That's by 11:59 p.m. Your replenishment orders, that's Saturday, September 13th by 11:59 p.m. And then the final order is October 25th by 11:59 p.m. on the dot. Distribution. Saturday, August 23rd, we have our first distribution. So we're going to have our designated distro locations, which I'll bring up in just a moment. Saturday, September 13th, our mid-sale popcorn swap, which we did last year, where everyone just goes right around the building. That is going to be at Greater Tampa Area Council. Saturday, September 27th, that's going to be distribution 2. Majority of the time, most of that's going to be at Yuengling. You might be able to get replenishment by one of the district executives. Usually not too much because we have a lot of great stuff happening on that swap day. You can always contact other units as well to kind of swap popcorn around so no one's really stuck with anything. And of course, Wednesday, November 12th, that take order distribution, that's going to be at Greater Tampa Area Council as well, with the returns, which I'll talk about in a moment. And then there's those distribution locations, the Volunteer Way, which will be parts of Miccosukee. That'll be Suncoast as well, parts of Suncoast. Yuengling Brewery, that's going to be several different districts. You'll have Miccosukee, Skyway, Tamaqua, Fort Brooke, and then part of Suncoast there as well. Hope Lutheran, it's in Citrus County, is going to be Withlacoochee. And Ruthven's Warehouse, that's over in Lakeland. That's going to be our Lake Region and Thunderbird districts out there. So you guys won't be doing it in a or what was it last year? A Lowe's parking lot. We were just handing out trucks. We actually have a location, so we're really excited about that. So our returns. This is where it's going to get a little interesting. So our return dates. So I talked about our mid-sale return. So our mid-sale return, you're able to return 50% back if you need to. Chances are you're not going to need that because you're going to be selling a great job. You're going to need 50% more in order to sell. But we move into return 2 and 3. So for return 2 and 3, that's that 15% that you can return. So technically a total you can return is 65%. But see those little asterisks next to the max 15% return. So you can, but also you can't go to return 2 and 3 and then just do 15% each day. You can only do one. Those asterisks right on the bottom, 15% return in the final return dates must achieve 15% or more of total sales of Heroes and Helpers to qualify. So you have in your total sales, whatever that is, 15% of that needs to be Heroes and Helpers in order to return the 15% back on those final dates. It doesn't account for the first date. You can just return normally on the first one. But those second ones, they have to have 15% of those sales for Heroes and Helpers to return. Which also, funny enough, if you go and think back to those commissions, if you get 15% of Heroes and Helpers, there you go. You already have it because you got the that 3% commission. So technically, as you can see, it kind of all ties into one. So if you have any other questions about returns, things like that, I think it's pretty straight to the point on what it is. Please let me know, and we'll answer for you. So our council sales details. I'm not going to go over all the dates. Those are on the website for the popcorn. We've already covered our commissions that we have. Again, the base commissions for the storefronts, wagon sales are that 40, as well as the 30% as well for online, 30% only online. And then obviously our pickup locations. Now, I do want to go with the dates because, again, knock on wood, that happen. But if there's any natural disasters, things like that, we do already have contingency dates up and available online. So if anything were to happen, those contingency dates will take effect. So you can have those just in case, but they are already online as well. Yes. Yes, that is a good point. So the returns do need to be full cases. We do not take back any, and that's not our rule. That is a Trails End rule because Trails End is actually going to be taking back the popcorn. So they want to have full cases that they'll be able to return. So yes, please make sure that they are full cases, not individual bags. So as your kernels, here's your checklist. Again, I'm going to be posting this information up online. It's going to be on there, so you'll have the video that'll be there in the next couple days, and then also the PowerPoint that you can share as well, so you can see this kernel checklist. So July, August, determine your budget and set your goals. Place your initial order, attend the Trails End webinar, join the Trails End Facebook group, hold your unit kickoff. Now in September, recruiting, it's our recruiting season, right? Technically, our recruiting season is August. That's when we start. We want to get a lot of that in the August anyway, but that's also a good thing to tell the parents when you have your joint scouting nights coming up, saying, "Hey guys, get this! Um, you have this great opportunity to not have to pay for scouting anymore if you guys sell popcorn." So that's great. So check your council's calendar for replenishment opportunities. We already know that. We talked about the date. Communicate with your unit, i.e., your progress toward your goal, storefront opportunities. Motivate your scouts. We talked about doing that because that's important. You want to get them excited for the sale. October, November, you're collecting that cash due from the scouts if they have any. Place your final orders, distribute the popcorn, ensure deliveries are made to those wagon sales, and then pay your council invoice or request a payout as well. To make sure those do get paid, that's very important. It's going to be the same process as last year with payment. You're going to be able to input your account information. It's going to be two separate places again. It's going to be Trails End site. Now you're going to have to put that. So on your app, you're going to have to put in your account, your bank account information, as well as a site that we're going to provide for you guys to do it from the council level as well, because we want to just make sure that when you guys are owed money because you're selling so much, we're going to send it directly to you as a direct deposit rather than having to deal with checks because we won't be doing checks again. The same as last year. It's all going to be doing direct deposit as well. So you're going to submit your rewards for scouts, and then of course at the end of the day, you're going to celebrate all your success. Let me see that last question. So yes, yeah. So the 15% is for here. So that 3% for this year. If I go back, 3% right here under the commissions. Heroes and Helpers Club. So Heroes and Helpers must equal 15% of the total unit sale to qualify for the commission. So that's why I said before the returns and then that commission are one and the same. So if you have the commission for that 3%, boom, you'll be able to return 15% at the end of the year as well. So of course we have our support. You have our Trails End support. Feel free. I'll leave this up for a second. If you want to use your phone, take a quick snap of that, save it. There's the Facebook group for Trails End as well. Then of course there's my information. I encourage everyone here to use the information for your district colonels. They are great resources. They've done the program. They are very knowledgeable about the stuff. So please, before coming to me, make sure you talk with your district colonels first, and they'll be able to help you. Because that's why they're there. They are the know-it-alls of all the popcorn stuff. They are in there with you guys selling at the storefronts as well. So they're going to know more about the app than I ever could. So make sure you do reach out to your district colonels. But with that, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you very much for being here. I do very much appreciate all of what you guys do. It's really exciting to see all the fun stuff that we're going to be able to do this year. We have some really great opportunities to sell. I know I've already been looking at some of your guys' goals, and I'm really excited on what you're going to be doing. We do have some things, of course, that we're going to be working on. Of course, we still want to start pushing for more storefronts for you guys as well. So I already have heard you guys, and I've already been aware of some of the storefronts, so we are going to push that so we can get you guys some more. So yeah, please make sure that if you can, just hold on for a little bit and keep an eye out for those. We have those changes, of course, coming through the shifts where they're going to be dropping those Thursdays as well. So make sure you guys keep an eye on those Thursdays, 8 o'clock, 8:01. Take a look because they might be dropping out. But yeah, no, I mean, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming on here. I will go ahead and just take a look real quick at some. I think we answered a lot of the questions. Um, so the additional shifts, so those will actually be added by Trails End. When that, unfortunately, I won't know. I'll get like maybe I'll get a message that says, "Hey, there's been more shifts," but you got to kind of make a habit of just kind of looking when they drop because I don't even get those a message or anything of when they drop up. But I do know if the use of that Facebook group, sometimes you'll have a couple units that will say, "Hey, I have a shift that's coming up. I'm going to drop," so just keep an eye out for them then. Yep, the slides will be available on the site, so I'm going to make sure I put that up there for you on the Greater Tampa Area website. So gtbac.org/popcorn. I'll be able to put that up there, including this recorded event as well. You got the leader's guide. Let's see here. Additional shifts. Yep. How do you get the unit incentives? Unit incentives, they are going to be for however you guys want to do those for your own units. Unless you're talking about our the council incentives for the youth, that's really it. That there's no other incentives kind of we're doing except for the commissions. That's the only other incentives that we have for this year. Square readers, yeah, technically, no, you do not need square readers. You can use them just in case the tap to pay don't work for all of the phones. Some of them are a little older, which I understand. But for the most part, everything should have some type of tap to pay out there. Okay, you got the yep, that's it. That is the next thing. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this link in the chat for everyone to have, and then sign up, and you will be able to get that credit for being here this evening. So I got that there for you. So as you guys are signing up for that, I'll know, and I'll make sure I'll mark you guys off in just a couple of weeks when I have all that information compiled. So go into that chat, click that Google form, fill out the information. Should just be a couple of things, and you'll be able to get everything that you need. Well, I thank you all so much for being here this evening. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to your colonels or myself, and I'll help you. If you again want to experience this again, that's not the recording, and you just want to maybe hear from a couple new district colonels or see me again. We do have our training again on the 30th. For anyone who may want to attend. So if you have a leader or some parents who might want to hop on, feel free to have them sign up as well. It would be absolutely fantastic. But other than that, thank you so much. I'm going to end the recording. And if you have questions, keep them typing away.